Hi, Recap fans. Thanks for checking in this week. Let's go right to the mail. Several fans have sent in letters this week, and I figured I'd take this opportunity to answer them. And the first one was an email that I got from Dennis, who suggested that I do an investigation into Charles Goulden, the man who invented Goulden's mustard. And he thought this would be worthy of a special report on the recap. I did look into him. I found the basic facts. Born in 1843, died in 1916, started his own mustard company in 1862. Now, Dennis had thought that Charles Goulden had fought in the Battle of Gettysburg, and if he did, that would have been worthy of a report. But to be honest, Dennis, I could find no reference to Goulden at Gettysburg, so I'm going to take a pass on a special report on him. Now, my sister Eileen sent an email saying, "What do I think about the Queen stripping Prince Andrew of all of his titles?" And the truth of the matter is that, you know, on the recap, we stay away from politics. There's no upside to it. The reality is that Prince Andrew had resigned all of his public roles in 2020. So with the Queen doing this, it's kind of a follow-on to it. The only thing I can say about Prince Andrew, he distinguished himself in the Falklands War, but boy, he's turned into a disgrace, a real problem for the Queen, and there's worse to come. I think the more difficult news for the Queen, quite frankly, was when her swan warden discovered bird flu in the swans that she keeps, a bevy of swans. And the Queen was forced to have him destroy 20 swans in order to put out this epidemic of bird flu. Now, I got an email from a guy, and he's a fan, and you're not going to recognize the name or the handle, whatever it is. It's Dwayne Pipe. Dwayne Pipe asked me to what the story is on, or if there are any new developments in thrift stores in Vero Beach, and specifically about the Salvation Army. So what I did to answer Dwayne was I went down to the Salvation Army, and it looked to me like they got in a bunch of new shit. You know, they got a great collection of crutches and walkers. The furniture display is a little bit sparse, and even though you know they've got their usual stuff, it seems to me that the customers are pretty much the same as they were when the last time I took a look at that thrift store, which was 2 years ago. So anyway, Dwayne, nothing really new on the Salvation Army. If I have an opportunity, I'll check out some of the other thrift stores in Vero Beach and let you know. And then I got an email from one of the neighbors, a guy named Adam, and I don't know who Adam is, but he asked me what the story is with this tower that's about 3 or 4 blocks from our house. And what I can tell you it is it's a fire tower. Fire rangers went up there to keep an eye out. It's adjacent to a firehouse, closest firehouse to us. And the reality is that up until about 20 years ago, this whole area was all orange groves until the orange groves were destroyed by a blight that came from China. Now, once the orange groves were destroyed, the orange groves were replaced with these housing subdivisions that are just plain all over the place. So there's really no need for this fire tower. It's going to cost the Department of Public Works $47,000 to study whether it can be refurbished or rehabilitated for some crazy purpose. It would cost $40,000 to tear it down. But the town of Fellsmere, which is right up the road, is seriously considering buying this thing from Vero Beach. They've got 90 days to make up their mind, and we'll see. I mean, I'll keep Adam and all of you posted on whatever happens with the fire tower. So that was all the mail from this week. We interrupt this recap to bring you an important public service announcement. As you may or may not know, the annual Girl Scout cookie campaign has started. And here is the #1 Girl Scout in the state of New Jersey to tell you all about it.
Hi, my name is Lizzie, and I'm a Girl Scout brownie. And our troop is selling cookies. And our troop number is 42856. And we would really appreciate it if you buy a cookie, because we're trying to save up money for animal shelters and animal hospitals. We'd really appreciate it if you buy a cookie. Thank you. And go to either Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter to get to the link for buying cookies online. Thank you.
Now, by the way, the #1 Girl Scout in the state of New Jersey is Liz, my granddaughter. And what I have done to help her out is I've put a link in the description to this video so that you can place your order online if you haven't already done so. And the benefit of doing it through that link is that Liz and her Girl Scout troop will get credit for the sale, the purchase that you make. So, once again, click that link, order your Girl Scout cookies. We now return to our regular recap. Well, Lizzie, I'll tell you what, I'm sure these recap fans are going to put you over the top in terms of your quota. And I'm going to remind everybody, in the description to this video, you'll find the link to Lizzie's troop and a way you can place your order for Girl Scout cookies. Now, in Vero Beach news, the Brightline train has started its test runs. Now you're saying, what's the Brightline train? Well, what it is a high-speed rail connection that's going to go from Miami to Orlando. And I think the trip is supposed to take about 3 hours. It's going to go back and forth. They're going to put a station someplace in Indian River County, so there are a bunch of towns along the way for this Brightline, and Vero Beach is one of them. I don't know if there'll be a stop here. If there is, I'm going to go on a ride. Now, coming up this weekend is the Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival, which you know that I will cover, and I'll give you complete coverage next week. It's really something to look forward to, and I'm going to be there, that's for sure. That's this week's report. I hope all of you have a great weekend. I hope it starts to warm up a little bit in the Northeast. It's certainly warming up down here in Florida. And, well, look, I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you have a super week coming up. Everybody take care.